Hell no. I want to be very, very clear. No. This ain't the defense like when Dallas won the Super Bowl in 1995. I mean, I'm still wondering about the playmakers. I remember Prime Time was on there. I remember Darren Woodson was on there. I remember some dude named Larry Brown, Charles Haley, and Leon Lett and those crew. I don't see those dudes on this defense. I'm not saying they're mediocre anymore because I'm willing to concede they're better than that. But Super Bowl contenders, hell no. Okay. I'm not giving that up to them. No.
Stephen A. didn't mince words there, and he's not buying Dallas as Super Bowl contenders, but their play this season is giving plenty of people a reason to believe. Rookie running back Ezekiel Elliott leading the league in rushing. Fellow rookie Dak Prescott made it all the way to Week 6 before throwing an interception, and their defense has given up the 7th fewest points in the league. Very impressive. The Cowboys are first in the division at 5-1 with wins over the Redskins, Bears, Niners, Bengals, and Packers. Their only loss to the Giants. Will Kane.
What an introduction.
You like that?
I could just sit here all day and listen to this.
You like it?
By the way, can I just
Get your own flavor, please.
Can I tell you what this is?
Do you want your camera?
Like panning for gold. Every once in a while you hit. Yeah. Some people say a broken clock is right twice a day.
Heard it before.
And forget all that Cowboys nonsense you just heard from Stephen. That Washington Redskins rant, that was gold. That was perfect. It's what an embarrassing state for the Redskins to be arguing about and wanting to hang banners and hang on to banners, by the way, that are long gone. Divisional banners, divisional championships. And I'm sorry, Max, it's also a little embarrassing for you at that point to respond that the Giants aren't getting enough attention. It's what's happened, Holly, is here's what's happened. The Cowboys have sent the entire division into panic mode. You don't know what to do. You don't know your place in the world anymore.
Being a little pathetic.
You're arguing about NFC East Division championships and the level of attention you're getting. It's sad. I know.
Is that what you talk about at fifth period? Is that where are you coming straight from fifth period over here?
What is it, schoolboy?
Yes, very much so.
Cowboys are #1 again, and it sent everybody going crazy.
How good are the Cowboys, though?
Unfortunately.
How good are the Cowboys?
Well, I like to be right, so I'm not just going to be a fan. But I mean, top 3 team in the NFL.
Behind, like, Vikings and Patriots?
Behind the Patriots. I would not put the Vikings ahead of the Cowboys. I will give the Seahawks and the Patriots. I knew this would get you, Max. I'll give you the Seahawks and the Patriots, and then it gets real debatable. I mean, the argument over the Vikings, and listen, if anybody's argued for the Vikings, it's me on this program. I think both of you have been very slow to give the Vikings respect.
Not me.
The argument is Sam Bradford versus the 2 best quarterbacks in the NFC East, Dak Prescott and Tony Romo, both on the same roster. So when you have the 2 best quarterbacks in your division on the one roster, I would say you might be ahead of the Minnesota Vikings.
Well, obviously, he's clueless. I mean, the fact of the matter is that when you look at the Dallas Cowboys, the reason why we're raving so much about them, and this is plausible, so he's not completely off his rocker, even though he's clueless, he's not completely off his rocker. Yep. Because when you run the football effectively and you chew up time, you chew up the clock, then that's a different set of rules that are applicable to you. If you look at the Dallas Cowboys right now, their average time per play is 3 minutes and 31 seconds. I mean, these guys run it down. The average time for an opponent is like 2 minutes and 44 seconds. They are definitely winning in terms of chewing up time of possession, really chunking it up, moving the chains, wearing you down. So that disguises their defense. My issue is that when you go up against a Seattle Seahawks, when you go up against a Minnesota Vikings, and you don't have that luxury at your disposal, then all of a sudden that defense is going to have to show up and show what it's worth. It's real easy when you're rested, you got fresh legs, your conditioning is not being tested. You know, as I'm continuing to work on myself and get in shape, I mean, my man DeMario is just killing me right now. That's my trainer. I'm just finding out how bad a shape I was really in, where I'm thinking I'm good, I'm straight. I don't smoke, I'm a casual drink at best. I'm straight. And then all of a sudden I'm waiting for an hour and I feel like death is at my door. See, the Dallas Cowboys defense hasn't had to go through that this season because they're running the football effectively. Dak Prescott has had poise. They're moving the chains. But when you run up against an elite defense, then we're going to find out what the Dallas Cowboys are made of, because that defense then is going to be on the field more. They'll get exposed and we'll find them to be every bit as average as I swear they are.
So let me be clear.
I believe Minnesota's better. I believe Seattle's better. I believe Atlanta's better. I believe New England is better. And Denver is a toss-up because of their quarterback situation right now. So I got Dallas. I don't even have them in the top 5 right now.
You just
That's
put
where
him
I'm at.
fifth. You just put
No,
him
he
fifth.
didn't. No, he didn't.
That's all right.
No, you
Top
put him
fifth.
sixth.
No, that's fair. No, he got me. That's
You don't
fair.
have to
I'm sorry, that's my miscount. I'm just saying you got them in the top 3. I ain't thinking about them in the top 4. Is that fair?
Okay.
I'm not thinking about them in the top 4.
You
Go
don't
ahead.
have to wait until
Go
they
ahead.
play a great defense or whatever. First of all, the Giants already beat them week 1 at Dallas. You don't have to wait for them to play a great defense. Here's the thing. We know what the Dallas Cowboys actually do well. In football, sometimes it's hard to tell who's actually good, what they actually do well. Time of possession, you hit it. And a clever secondary. So their turnover differential is good, and it makes them look a little better than they actually are. But great offensive line, which is the way I like to start any team. They have the best in the game, and the best defenses. Don't let them on the field. The offense is on the field the whole time. But football has extremely small sample sizes. There aren't very many games. And we try to make these grand assumptions, particularly Cowboys fans. They're particularly prone to this. Grand assumptions based on these tiny sample sizes. So, speaking of my Giants, which you brought up earlier in the segment, the Cowboys, the mighty Cowboys, are 5-1. Oh, they look unstoppable. They're a top 3 team in the league. And the lowly Giants are 3-3. Oh, they're terrible. If not for one red zone play where Kirk Cousins turns over the ball in the red zone against the Cowboys, and if not for one bad moment against Washington that the Giants had late in that game. So we're talking about 2 moments. The Cowboys are, in fact, 4-2, and the Giants are 4-2. So then suddenly the entire conversation is different. I'm here to tell you, Will Kane, that there are reasons to be happy about the Cowboys. There are many seasons where it feels that way early, but the NFC is far from decided, and the Cowboys have not separated themselves from the pack.
Okay, this is why it's good that I'm here. It's good I'm here. This conversation needs me. In fact,
Would you
I was
stop?
at
Would
dinner
you-
last night.
would you
I was at dinner last night. A nice man comes over, waiter at the restaurant, and said, "I'm so happy you're there to give it to Stephen A." Us Cowboy fans in New York City, mind you, we need you to bring truth to this. So that's why I'm here. Max, first of all, on your argument, if ifs and buts were sugars and nuts, man, that's you going to give me point out this and
Just
that.
happened.
If this
Keep
had
going, keep
happened, if this had happened, then you know the saying: if and buts were sugars and
I know.
I like the line. I like the line. That's why I'm sitting here laughing. The
new
line
for
didn't
me.
bother me. You know,
If
go
only
ahead.
the Giants had won 2 of the last
Max,
10
you
Super
just-
Bowls.
Max,
If only
he just
they were the
gave you
only
the
team in the
ifs and
division.
buts.
If, right?
Max,
Yes.
you're a great debater. You're a smart man, and the
Actually,
Cowboys.
he's
I'm getting to you.
there.
I'm getting to
He's
you.
getting there.
You've been reduced to complaining
Lord.
about how much attention you get, and if a few things have
Men are the
broken
worst.
differently.
A little bit.
You've been reduced,
Little bit.
man.
Yep, little bit.
And as for you, I appreciate the physical, strenuous activity you're going through, getting yourself in shape, and I appreciate you recognizing.
I got a long ways to go, Will. I got to admit that, bro.
You're putting in
But
the
go
work.
ahead.
and
I
the
got a long
self-awareness
ways to
you
go.
have on how far you've come, and perhaps you weren't where you thought you were. Well, your arguments are similar to your physical stature in that way. You've come a long way. You just haven't come far enough. You know, we played the clips. You talk about how mediocre the Cowboys were. At the beginning, this man was arguing they were going to be last in the NFC.
Might
Stay
still
here,
happen.
stay
I'm
here,
here,
stay
I'm
here.
here.
Because the more you divert, the less time it is for me
I'm
to
just
get back
taking
at
2
you.
round at the same time.
No.
I'm
You're
hitting here,
trying and
then
you're,
I come here.
you're not successful. Don't evade the obvious beatdown you're about to get.
obvious-
I'm right
Stephen A.
here.
wants
Go
eye
ahead.
You might as well have taken that hanky out of your pocket and waved the
Stephen A.,
white flag.
he's right. In terms of time of possession, you're like the Dallas Cowboys. It's unbelievable.
A few weeks ago, you're
right,
arguing
Beetlejuice.
how
Okay.
how average the Cowboys are, how mediocre.
Women are so much nicer to each other.
That's where you started. You're now,
This is hilarious.
you now have them top 5. You're now arguing they're not top 3. You've moved from mediocre. I got to get it back here.
Listen,
You moved
Okay,
from
sorry.
the Cowboys at below average to top 5.
I let you go. I let you
Well,
go.
I haven't got to go because there was fist bumping and Beetlejuice going on.
If you haven't
Sugar and nuts, don't forget
gotten
it.
to go, it's because you trying to waffle back and forth between the two. I've laid back and gave you your time. Let me say this to you, Will Kane.
Yeah.
You know why your argument is so weak?
Why?
Because you epitomize the deplorable, disgusting, pathetic Dallas Cowboy fan base that has sullied and contaminated this nation for ages. You are the typical Dallas Cowboy fans. You see what you want to see. You don't see reality. See, here we are. It's week 6. Because they've already won more games than they did all of last year, y'all sticking out your chest. You're real happy. You're real emboldened. Even though they haven't won a Super Bowl since 1995. Even though they've only been relevant 1 year in the last 22-plus years, which was a couple of years ago when the catch that wasn't a catch in Green Bay prevented them from going to the NFC Championship game. What I am saying to you is this, Will Kane. When you look at the Dallas Cowboys, there is no doubt you've got a quarterback, you've got a running back, you've got an offensive line. We get all of that. But you keep ignoring what I continuously have said. It's not about their talent. It's about the fact that something will go wrong when you at least. And I'll tell you what it is right now, what you have to worry about. You don't have to worry about Stephen A. You don't even have to worry about the opponents. You know who you have to worry about?
I know what you're going to say.
You have to worry about that damn Jerry Jones. Because that dude, Jerry Jones, is going to sit up there when everybody and their grandmother knows what you should do. He's going to go against it, and he's going to do something to mess it up. Do you know, Will Kane?
He's going to play the best quarterback in the NFC.
Do you know,
He's playing
Will
Eli
Kane?
Manning?
Hold on. Do you know, Will Kane, that according to sources, NFL
You run my
officials-
timeout.
and-
I'm
and-
not.
no, no,
never
I'm going to give it to
go.
you. NFL aficionados in this building have confirmed that Dak Prescott, they haven't even had a conversation with him. Just leaving him dangling in the wind. This is what they do. Watch.
All right.
Watch what they do. Go ahead. The
I'm
floor is yours.
delusional.
Of course you are.
delusional. That's
Of course
the
you
argument.
are.
I'm sorry,
that's all the
Of
time
course
we
you are.
have.
You have no credibility when it comes to the Cowboys. Go ahead.
I'm delusional. I look at a 5-1 team who's won without the best top 5 quarterback in the NFL, the best tackle in the NFL, a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL, their best defensive end, their best cornerback. They've gone 5-1 without all of that. We want to talk about Tom Brady, and the Patriots are winning without Tom Brady. The Cowboys have put this record together without all of those positions, the most important positions on the roster, without those on the field.
Keep going.
And,
Keep going.
by the way, this defense you love to malign, a secondary that's now one of the top in the NFL. Morris Claiborne has turned into apparently a shutdown corner. And here's the key. They're getting better game by game. Morris, Ezekiel Elliott gets better within the game, and they blew the Bengals out. That game with the Pack, it wasn't close. The Cowboys owned that game. They're getting better and better week by week. And no, final point.
Go ahead.
You have conceded, my man. This is over. You have started out telling us this season how bad the Cowboys were, and now you and I are arguing about whether or not they're the third best team or the fifth best team in the NFL.
Once again, inaccurate.
Victory, Will Kane.
Once again,
Might be the fourth best team in the division.
Once again, inaccurate. Not only that, you may have exposed yourself for not watching the show as much as you should, because I'm on the record at the beginning of the season. Who did I pick to win the division? It was the Dallas Cowboys. What I said is this, and I keep telling y'all this, y'all will not listen. They will get in their own way. Can Randy Gregory play?
Yep.
What about Rolando McClain? He can play too, right?
Yep.
Why are they out? Why? Does it have anything to do with football? No! They could not stay off the weed! See, what I'm trying to say to you is this. Somehow, some way, something will happen. No one ever wants to listen. And I understand that's a non-football related comparison in terms of debating or whatever, but I've been right every year.
Well, that's not a hard thing.
They're also
not a hard thing to be right on when you predict the calamity.
Time out, Will. I've been predicting it for a decade. Year after year after year, I have been right.
Yes,
and everybody
history.
sits there and says, oh, my goodness, a football. I said, it doesn't have anything to do with football. It's the dysfunctionality that exists with this organization.
They're going to be short. They're going to be short, Molly. Really short. They're just going to show how worthless this point is. So
Oh, please.
And then
You've
we're
been
done.
making worthless
And then
points for
we're
the
done.
last
If
10
Kellen
minutes.
Moore hadn't gotten hurt, Dak wouldn't be on the field. That's a break in the right way. Number 2, 12 seasons Ben Roethlisberger's been playing. How many has he made it the full season healthy? How many?
2 or 3.
About three.
Man, those Pittsburgh Steelers. What can go wrong
will go wrong.
They won Super Bowl.
All right, we gotta go to break.
Super Bowls.
We gotta go to break.
Will, what was that at the end?
Molly, the Steelers won 2 Super Bowls. Tony Romo won 2 playoff games. Be quiet. Just go back to next
you
break.
did it to yourself.
Come back to next break. Go and recover.
It's a worth
Lopez Birthday could be in trouble with the NFL yet again. Thank you for being quiet.
Go and recover.
Am I leaving?
After some antics in New England on Sunday,
please.
what should the league
Ball
do with
control, brother.
perfect? You do not want to miss Stephen A's thoughts after the break. Help me.
Time of
somebody.
possession. You got it. Just like the